All right, Joey, you are the man. I'm going to end with these three big picture questions. I call it the lightning round, but please feel free to take your time and answer. You touched about how Rochester was really important to your development, how it even helped you in your career in sort of a twisty, turny way. But growing up there, what do you think makes Rochester so special that allows it to cultivate and produce so many artists?
I think the special thing about Rochester is the blue collar mentality that you have growing up there, being very family oriented, and also the fact that if you were like me growing up, which I think a lot of people are, you're not in Los Angeles, you're not in one of those big cities. It seems like a different world, and it gives you hope. Lets your imagination run wild of getting to a place in your life where you can be somewhere where other people are like you. But there's nothing wrong with the Rochester mentality. I think everyone has a lot of heart, a lot of soul, and a really working class way of living that doesn't exist in a lot of other places.
So, if you could accomplish one thing in your artistic career and be happy knowing you accomplished it, what would it be?
If I could do one thing in my artistic career and call it a day, it would be on a set of either Quentin Tarantino or Martin Scorsese in any single sense. I don't care if I'm an extra or I'm a speaking role. To me, those are my heroes. I got to meet Tarantino outside my new apartment complex probably 6, 7 months ago, and that was a dream come true in and of itself. They say don't meet your heroes, and he was fantastic.
I got one more for you. Do you have any advice for aspiring artists?
Yes, my advice to any aspiring artist would be you have to be in one of the big cities, whether it's Los Angeles, New York City, I would say LA. Do not get held back. Do not put it off. Don't say you're going to move away eventually. You got to just do it. If you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. And you got to look at when you move away, you have a solid year or two before you really get acclimated and get used to the new way of living and the new hustle you have to go to. So for me, it was the hardest thing I've ever done by far. That's why I get how people would feel, but you can't wait, man. This is your life. You got to just do it. Get out, put yourself out there, and at least feel good with yourself knowing you've taken your life into your own hands and never sat back and waited for anybody to hand you anything.